Okay, guys, welcome back to part 3 of talking about weather and Pokemon champions. Today we'll be talking about Sandstorm, or it's just Sand, as most folk call it. Okay, the benefits of Sand, or Sandstorm. Boost rock type, boost rock type special defense by 50%. So, a lot of the counters to rock types, or you've got your fighting, ground, grass, and water and steel. And in Champions right now, you've got Venusaurs running around with Charizard. You've got Machigacha from Sinistcha. Are those really the only two grass types that are actually being used? I think they are. Well, Mega Venusaur as well, but yeah. Steel types right now, you mainly have Aegislash, so that's physical, so it doesn't really get affected. But you get um, Archaladon, which Flash Cannon, yeah. But then it benefits if you do get hit by. Basically, some of the counters get weakened because they mainly attack on the special side. So it makes them more bulkier on the special side, which is nice because a lot of rock types don't have the best special defense. So yeah. Um. Oops. I did not mean to do that. There we go. Okay. Also, during Sandstorm, every turn if if the opponent is not rock, ground, or steel type, then they will be damaged by 1/16 of their maximum health until the end of Sandstorm. Doesn't matter if you have Protect, you'll be damaged. Okay, the setters. So you got your Tyranitar, you got your Mega Tyranitar, and you got your Harpaldon with the ability Sandstream. So when they turn in, or in Mega Tyranitar's case, Mega Evolve, they'll set up the sand. But there's also Sandaconda, who gets the ability Sandspit. So it will summon a sandstorm when it is hit by any type of move, whether it's physical or special. Now, speed tiers. I was kind of surprised with this. Mega Trinitar at 71. That's not the surprising thing. Sandaconda having 71 speed makes no sense. I hope that like everybody thinks that because I thought this thing was like at most 50 speed, like at most. It just doesn't make sense at 71. Like, look at it, it's not going anywhere. Tyranitar at 61 and Apaldon at 37, which is what the third slowest setter in the game behind Torkoal and Abomasnow, like Mega Abomasnow. So you're gonna win the weather war more quite often with it. Okay, effective moves. There is only one move affected by sand, and that is Weather Ball, which I've talked about a lot, and there'll be one more time I talk about it. It turns into a 100 base power rock type move. Yeah, which is fun because it is what the strongest, like, well, not the strong. It's not the strongest special attack and rock type move, but a lot of them will get it, and it will be the strongest rock type special attack they get. Because what Power Gem's only 80, and then what you got your the only other one I can think of is Meteor Beam, unless there is a Diancie one I'm forgetting about, like Diamond Storm or something, but I can't remember if that's physical or special. So that might be the case, but like across most of the time, it'll probably be the best rock type special move that they can get. So yeah, Weather Ball is really weird. Okay, affected abilities. So the main ones, you got your Sand Rush, double speed in sand, which is probably the most common thing you see with sand. Sand Force boosts the power of rock, ground, and steel type moves by 30% whilst in sand. And then Sand Veil boosts your evasiveness by 25% in Sandstorm. Invasive is weird. Go look up on the internet to find out how exactly that works. But essentially, if it's 100% accurate move, it will turn into a 75% accurate move. That's the gist of it. If you have like anything else, have fun, watch a video on it. There's plenty of them. There's a video on a guy making like the meanest strategy ever. Go watch that. Can't mind what it is, like what it's fully called, but watch that, or just any tutorial on how invasiveness works and accuracy for Pokemon and champions. You'll get the gist of it. Too complicated to explain. And then lastly, Overcoat, which makes a Pokemon immune to Sandstorm and immune to abilities and moves that include Powder. I don't think there is any ability that has Powder with it. So yeah, it's just moves. I might have done another typo, but yeah, if it's like Rage Power, it doesn't matter. Sleep Powder, Stun Spore, Spore, all those it won't work. Okay, Sand Rush. Currently in Champions, there's only two, and that's Excadrill, who has 135 attack and a speed which makes this thing stupidly fast in sand. And I mean, like, I don't even think Choice Scarf. No, Choice. I don't think Choice Scarf Dragapult outspeeds it. I don't think, like, max speed. I don't think. I might be wrong with that. It might not, but I think it might be faster. I'll actually, I can probably double check them now. Um, let's have a quick click here. Uh, do, 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 do. How do you spell this thing again? There we go. So 32 EVs with a positive nature. Excadrill gets 154, so that's 308. Yeah, there's no way Dragapult outspeeds that. There's no way. Choice Scarf, which is that. There's zero chance. There is zero chance this thing outspeeds. If it did, that'd be Dragapult would be a well done on you. Yeah, nah, nowhere near. No, actually, wait. I said 308. Actually, no. Dragapult max speed apparently outspeeds, which makes no sense, but apparently so. Excadrill is just a really good Pokemon, and it's probably the second best Steel type in the game right now. Maybe third. No, probably. It's in the top four. You can debate around whether or not it's Kingambit, Aegislash, Archaludon, and Excadrill. Those are your main Steel types right now. And like what? Lucario and Scizor in the back is like debatable. Yeah, those are probably your best Steel types. Stunfisk is probably the worst. Galarian I'm talking about. Lycanroc midday form. 115 attack, 112 speed, rock type, so you get the special boost from Sandstorm, and it also gets Excel Rock. I've put that there because it is a really fun move. It deals a crap ton of damage to Charizard. Mega Charizard Y does so much to it, to the point where I think, if I remember correctly, it can almost one shot. Can almost. I'm not 100% certain. It's like does it? I know for a fact it does about 70 to 80. So if you have maybe with the stone rock, whatever it is, that boosts the hard stone. That's it. You might get a chance of one shotting it with max attack. But anyway, yeah. Also, I found out that bloody what's it called? Dracovish. That's it. You know the thing back in Southern Shield, which was stupidly broken and competitive because of it's what signature move, vicious range, having big attack, stab, range, strong jaw. Yeah, that also gets Sandrush. So there could be a world where you didn't use Choice Scarf and put it on a sand team and used it like as a pairing with either a pairing with extra drill or a replacement for extra drill, and just used Fish's Rend on everything because like it would get boosted. Like you'd lose out on the 30% multiplier, yeah, but it would deal more damage because like if Choice Span came out, if Choice Span comes out when it comes out, then it'll be stronger. So yeah, it'd be quite a fun thing to see if Dracovic can be used on a sand team. Because obviously now we've got Mega T-Tar, well T-Tar and Mega T-Tar. So like, and Dracovic has never had those around in Pokemon history, so it'd be quite cool to see it. That's the only reason why it's there. Because one day it will come to Champions, and I hope to God it's gonna be fun. Okay, Sandforce. You have these are the two main ones. Pretty sure Excadrill also gets it. But yeah, these are going to be your main ones. Mega Steelix, 125 attack, 230 defense, 30 speed, and a steel type. So this is like a very good Trick Room Mega. Uh, you could probably pair it with Hippowdon maybe instead of Tyranitar because I like being Trick Room more effectively. But if I remember correctly, Mega Steelix has access to Body Press. I'll confirm that right now. Just so I'm not telling lies. Let's see, do you get Body Press? Yes, you do. So that is a Body Press coming off of a 230 defense stat. And this thing gets Iron Defense, so keep that in mind. So yeah, in Sandit it will deal with tons of damage. Then we got Garchomp, you know, the Mega that not really many people like. 170 attack, but also 120 special attack, which it didn't need. That could have been left in speed. 92 speed, and it's got the ground dragon type like base form Garchomp. Yeah, if only they didn't give it tons of special attack, because the new one's a special attacker, so they could have kept it at a nice respectable 102 speed, or if they wanted to, they could reduce it by 1 point to 101 speed. It would either way, it would have been fine there. It'd been funny if they did reduce it, because that means Flygon's it ties with Flygon speed stat. it'd, it'd be funny. Okay, Sandvale. You got Garchomp. Garchomp does Garchomp things, and if you know Pokemon competitively, you know Garchomp is probably what on average, probably one of the best Pokemon every game. Definitely in like the lower level formats, back in Scarlet and Violet, but you'd still see it even throughout the later years. Obviously, it wasn't dominant, but right now it's very dominant. Even without the Mega, it just has so much versatility in it. Next one is Stunfisk. Uh, there's other Sandvale users, but I found this one to be funny because like you won't really use any other Sandvale users minus what there's Sandaconda as well. Off the top of my head, for those shenanigans of Bright Powder, Sandvale, and what Minimize as well. But yeah, for Sandaconda, Stunfisk. 109 HP, 99 special defense, so it's relatively good, like, especially bulky. Physical bulk, it's not as good, it's at around 79 defense, top of my head. 32 speed, so it is a very, very slow Pokemon, and it's got, I believe, it is still the only ground electric type, which gives it, puts it in a weird situation to be fair. It's not weak to ground anymore, at least. But you can still get all the ground weaknesses. But you do get stab on hitting flying types, so there's that. And next we have Heliolisk. You know, the weather Pokemon that does more weather things than Castform at this rate. Yeah. I've spoken so much on Helios already. 109, special attack and speed. It's a very supportive Pokemon that can deal tons of damage if necessary. And also, it's a Basculegion counter, which was sand. Basculegion will be hitting for everything for at least neutral. And most of the time, super effective. So it's not like the nicest thing to see at all on the team preview, but there's some other things that would be annoying. Teammates. Oh, I've already mentioned Helios. I don't think I've spoken about it. Not. Okay, Garchomp and Excadrill. Yeah, they're amazing on stand teams. They always have been. I haven't really mentioned Garchomp on any of the other ones, but he does work on the other weathers as well, both sun and rain, very well. Excadrill is literally probably the most common sand Pokemon aside from Tyranitar. Like you would never see the two separate. Like they're with each other for everything. Like there's no overlapping type. Obviously, you do have your fighting weakness, but you have your teammates to deal with that, and there's only really what Sneasler really getting used mainly, and like what the Tauruses maybe. So if you have like Aerodactyl, you can use that to kill them. Seeing as Aerodactyl is another very common Pokemon, and there's probably a few other Pokemon as well you could use. We've also got Rotomosh here, and the whole reason is Excadrill likes to run Earthquake, as well as Garchomp liking to run Earthquake. So it doesn't match well with sand, like the Sand Spetters, really, but it's good. Actually, Powdron likes it, and Sandaconda probably would like it, but yeah, it doesn't match up well with like much and everything, but it's good. You can switch it in and out to take some hits. Like obviously your fighting type moves. That well, if you have like physically bulky like from Wash, they won't deal as much damage as you might think because it's stupidly bulky. Anyway, I can't really think of any other teammates off the top of my head, minus the ones I've already said. Uh, like Aerodactyl is just a good opponent. You probably would have Sneasel or Kingambit on the team anyway. Yeah. There's probably a lot more than I can think of on the top of my head, but yeah. Okay, complaints. Yeah, this is personal. Personal experience. Sandrush Excadrill is annoying, and also please more Sandrush users. So there's something different than seeing Excadrill. Whenever I see Tyranitar, there's like I think I've seen maybe one team without it, without Excadrill. Like it's just other ones, please. Just do me a favor and not have just Excadrill. Like you know, I can't think of all the other Sandrush users in the game, but like in Pokemon, but like please, like who are some other Sandrush users? Well, there's actually not very many actually. There's Sandslash, there's Stoutland, there's Dragozolt and Dracovish and Houndstone. Those are the only Sandrush users. Yeah, bring Stoutland. There you go. Get and Houndstone. I've already mentioned about how I'd love to see how Dracovish works. Just add some more. Like we need some more diversity in Sandrush users, like and some sand teams. Like we need more diversity because it's really annoying. So is that it? Yes, that is it. So thanks for listening to me ramble on sand. We'll be moving on to last weather next, which will be snow.